You've caught me. Self-development on the rooftop pool. I have these legal pads that sit next to me on my desk, and I jot down notes from throughout the day. I work in software sales as an account executive, and I completed a discovery training a few weeks back, and I was reading my notes from that training, and these 5 tips that I have written down I think are super useful. So in order for me to better learn the concepts, I figured what better way than to make a video talking about discovery best practices for B2B sales, and hopefully you find them useful as well. The first tip is to obsess over the customer conversation. What does this actually mean? There's a concept of above the line questions and then below the line questions. Above the line questions is focusing on the customer, specific questions as it relates to their role, their business, what they care about, their problems. Below the line is sharing all of your great knowledge. When you start talking about your product, your solution, how you would help them, because they're going to say something and then you're going to think, wow, we definitely can help with that, and start going into a tangent, when you could obsess over the customer conversation and focus on above the line questions and ask, okay, so you tell me that you just completed an M&A in Europe and you're worried about compliance. Tell me more about why that matters, or why now for your business. Always stay above the line. The second discovery tip is no disco, no demo. To lose patience is to lose the battle. I thought that was a funny quote they shared. But it's impossible to present an impactful demo without fully understanding what pain points we're truly solving for. I've found myself in situations where I show up to the demo and I've accidentally deleted my notes from the first meeting, and I'm making assumptions as to what I think they might care about. And you're just scrambling, and then when you eventually present pricing, you just know you have no chance. Whereas if you really do impactful discovery, you're able to multi-thread, bring in higher level buyers, and then all of a sudden you show up to the demo with a plan, and not just show all features of your demo, but show the most impactful features that will solve their problems. That's when you're going to increase your win rates, in my experience. The third demo tip, discovery tip, is to think big. Understand the customer's business holistically. Think about how your solution is going to change the customer's world. You're not just selling software, you're selling solutions. So as you think about their business holistically, you're speaking with a director of HR. That director of HR most likely reports to a VP of HR. That VP of HR may report to a CHRO, Chief Human Resource Officer, and then that CHRO may need to present a business case to the CFO. So if you're speaking with a director, that's like 4 levels away from an economic buyer that can actually sign the contract. So if you're just focused on these department level feature functionality conversations and not the business, then you're probably not going to win the deal or maximize the deal size, because you're asking about, hey, what are these analytics going to do? Whereas if you're asking, all right, what are your top 3 org priorities? All right, let's now align how our solution helps to that. The fourth discovery tip is never assume. Stay aware of your mission, but be prepared to change course. This has lost me a lot of deals. You hear something and then you make an assumption because maybe you've heard it before, or heuristics, or you're being lazy. If you make assumptions, you're going to find yourself on your deal review with your manager. I'm starting to sweat now. It's a little toasty out here. You're going to find yourself on these deal reviews, and then they're going to say, okay, so when's this deal going to get done? Or tell me about their pains. Well, what do they mean by that? Why does that actually matter? And then you're going to be left scratching your head making assumptions because you don't really know. And that's how deals are lost. The fifth and final demo tip is to listen. Ask questions and seek to understand. The clients bring us problems, and it's our job as professional salespeople to explore the pain. They say something, ask them, why does that matter? So that you can seek to better understand their world, what they're seeing, and ultimately why any of this matters to them. Because if they pick the wrong solution, they get fired. If they pick the right solution, they get promoted. We have to avoid status quo. And how is your solution going to impact their business, help them make money, save money, mitigate risk? Hopefully these 5 discovery tips were useful. I already feel better now that I'm talking about them, and I'm ready to put these to use tomorrow when I get on some live customer conversations. Bye.